Hello and welcome to the Fair Cams. After the Blues win a game of football, can you believe it? Oh my goodness. 12 goals, 678 to 10 goals, 1070. Just honestly, just a relief. Oh. Not going to have long to enjoy this because it's a game in 5 days, but I think tonight we'll talk a lot about the kids and how they all need to play. Every single one of them. Don't care anymore. Just put them all in. No, solid win. Bit iffy there for a moment. Typical Carlton Melbourne game in many parts. Not the highest of quality games when it comes to skill and ball use, but we got the win. That's all that matters. And that's what footy's all about. It's about winning. So, going to get all of you to come on tonight, share your thoughts. You might not need therapy tonight. I was sure this was going to be therapy. Sure. But it won't be. We might enjoy it. Or we won't. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen on the fan cams. So if you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to. There's the link. Let's begin. Vince.
Terry, let's smile. We did it, finally. It's been a long time, mate. It was good. It was a good win. I enjoyed it. I probably, it's been a shit year. I mean, let's be honest, it's been a shit year.
Yeah.
But I probably lost hope around the GWS game. And ever since then, I've watched games really dispassionately. Yeah. Just sitting there and haven't had that real hunger and real fire in the belly. And I mean, even tonight, I was a bit iffy on would I watch it, would I not watch it. And we started off good. And I thought, are we going to keep going? Are we going to stop? And it looked like we were going to stop in the third quarter. They kicked the first, I think, 3 or 4. But we did okay. We actually did okay. And I've got a few names here. And you mentioned it before. The kids. Carroll, Moya, Lord, O'Farrell, and Cowan. Especially Carroll, Moya, and Cowan tonight were really, really good. Really good. Does Moya, is he in line to get a rising star? Is he at that age? He's only played about 4 or 5 games, hasn't he?
I think he would be. Yeah, I definitely think he would be.
He's unreal. He just do not drop. I don't know why it took so long for them to get him in.
Yeah.
I know they keep saying VFL form, they need to perform better, but I just don't buy that. Just bring them in. Just give them a go. VFL is completely different to AFL. So just give them a chance. And you can see once they get that opportunity and you leave them in, they do well.
It was interesting with
really
him,
well.
Especially, I mean, he played, I don't know if Collingwood was the first game of the year he played, Moya. I think he was the sub and he came in early in that game.
Yeah, and he was awful.
And he was out of his depth. And he went back, did his thing. Then they started putting him in the midfield a little bit, got him around the ball, and then you've just watched him now. I mean, we talk about lack of development in the team. I think he's one that from the start of the year to the end of the year, it's like, okay, there's one that's shown some improvement and a bit of spice there. And yeah, I don't want to get too carried away with him, but good signs.
Yeah, I was talking to could have been my brother about this during the week, just sending him an SMS saying, you know, who have we seen this year that's actually taken that next step? And I think a lot of them have regressed, but the kids have actually shown something. And we've seen it the last few weeks. Even last week against Brisbane, I know we lost by 6 goals, but the kids were okay. The kids showed something, and they have for the last few weeks, which is good. So, we're not making finals. What's really there to look forward to for us but to see these kids and go, they're the future. Yeah. Jagger Smith comes through next year. Peter Dean's son comes through next year. You get Walsh back. Harry's coming back soon. So there's a little bit of positivity there. No,
I love it. I'll tell you, I was miserable tonight at the footy. Miserable. And it
Why?
wasn't until Carroll's goal that I actually believed and got excited. I mean, Pommy came with me tonight. And he's like, "What's wrong with you? Like, we're going to win. It's fine." I'm like, "Nah, like the third quarter, like I've seen the script, and then the Demons kicked those first 3 goals in the third. I'm like, oh, it's happening again." And then I think I'm just a bit broken. I've just been so accustomed to what I've seen this year. And I kind of reflect now and I'm like, I am a fucking miserable prick.
I think this year's sort of broken us all.
Yeah.
I think the expectations were, my expectations were to easily make top 8 and possibly crack into the top 4.
Yeah.
They were my expectations. So we've clearly under-delivered. But I mean, we've got a lot of injuries. I believe the Foxtel commentary tonight actually said that we had 8 players with 50 games or less tonight. Yeah. It's a pretty good effort. And I mean, I don't think Melbourne are really missing anybody of substance. And it's a premiership team. So we can complain and say this and say that, but how many people tipped us to win? I don't think there were many.
I didn't.
No, neither did I. So to get the win, I'm pretty happy. I mean, you sent me the link, and I thought it was going to be a juicy one tonight because I didn't expect us to win. And I thought, he's going to be talking about Voss again, and TDK's no good this year, and this and that. But Charlie played really well.
Yeah.
TDK, apart from a couple of efforts, was pretty good. So I'm happy.
Charlie played with. I mean, he just had.
I think he's been good. I think he's been good for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Just hasn't been able to kick a goal, and then kicked the first one tonight within a minute or so, which was, that gets the monkey off the back really quick. So
yeah,
no, there's a lot that we can complain about, but I'm happy tonight. We won.
We'll
finally
complain on Thursday night.
Fuck.
We don't even get to enjoy it. We have 5 days and then we're back at the MCG.
Yeah, it's okay. But look, before I go,
yeah,
I just want I did send you an SMS, but I just want to say it on here that I was really proud of you with the interview with the Prez that you did a few weeks ago. I thought you did a fantastic job, and I'm really happy that you've and with the club that they've opened communications and that you've started that. So I know there's been a few. There's been a couple of arseholes that have said a few things, but I'm proud of you, mate. So you just keep it up, and you're doing a really good job. And fuck the haters, just keep doing what you're doing because it's good. We're behind you, mate. Don't worry.
I appreciate that. That's really kind. Yeah. Thanks, Vince. Get your podcast ready, mate. Are you recording this week, or what's the?
Well, tomorrow night we should be recording. Two Passionate Blue Baggers podcast. If anyone's watching, well, of course people are watching, but yeah, Two Passionate Blue Baggers. So yeah, tomorrow night we'll be recording.
All right, mate.
With
thanks very much. We're here. Thanks, Vince.
Thanks, Terry.
See ya. Damien with the 3. Matt Carroll. Enough said, mate. How good. Smoking Man. First things first. Do we know if Carl's dog's okay? I don't know what that means, but you hope the dog's okay. All right. Johnny fucking Holden.
Hey, Tez. How you doing, buddy?
Oh,
been a while.
Yeah, fuck. Sang the song tonight. I can't believe it.
I forgot the words. No, I didn't go tonight. I've been working flat out, so I've just been flat as a tack. So yeah, no, I've just not bothered this week. But no, I was very happy with the boys. I was saying to Josh, like, the future looks bright. I mean, I know we get caught up in the moment, and this year hasn't quite been what we've all expected it from the start of the year. But no, it looks good. Like the guy said just before, we had 8 kids under 50 games. You know, it's looking good. I mean, we got to play the youth. I get that, but we also got to give them time. I mean, you look at the good sides like Geelong's and sides like that. They don't rush the youth in. They give them a year to 2 years in the twos before they bring them in. We lose a couple of games, and the narrative is, oh, just play the youth, play the youth, play the youth, and I'm all for that, but you got to play them when they're ready, and when they're available, not just throw them to the wolves, because we did that with when we're under Bolton, and look what that did. That just set us back even further. So you do have to be careful in when and how many you do bring in at once. Um, we've got a very, very, very young team at the moment. The last thing you want to do is have them to the point where they're too immature and they're too young, and they've got no guidance, and they're just running around with like chooks with no heads. So really impressed with that. And when they are getting a go, I'm enjoying the fact that they're giving them a block of 4 or 5 weeks at a time, not just one game in, one game out, one game in, perform, or you're out. The fact that they're giving Moya and Carroll and these guys a block of 3 or 4 games to let them get through the game, iron out the nerves, get used to the flow, and then produce. And that's what they need to do. You can't just expect a guy to come in a week and just hit the ground running and be a superstar. It's not going to happen. Nick Dacos has come around one in a generation. These guys are few and far between. And you look at those sorts of players who do that, they've got elite mids or elite players around them to guide them and take the pressure off them, where at the moment we're struggling. You can't just throw in player 33, player 34 on the list and expect him to develop if we don't have the talent around him. So seeing that was good. But yeah,
tonight,
no, it was really, really good.
I think tonight was one of the first games with this group where the kids took the spotlight off the senior guys. Like, we've been relying on these senior guys to win the games, and there've been little moments throughout the last few weeks, but Vince came on earlier and sort of just reeled off 5 kids, like Cowan, Lord, Carroll, Moya in particular, like really carried in certain moments. Like
I
really
thought Carroll was
stood up.
best on ground. He was my BOG. I thought he was just rock solid down back. Like he's had a couple of games. Like last week, he got caught a couple of times right in front of goal, but that wasn't his fault. I don't blame him for that. I actually I blame the seniors around him for not talking and not being his eyes and ears. There's just no communication, and that happens when you start struggling. I was talking to Bo tonight on the watch along, and a couple of the coaches and that during the week have been saying what happens is when you are down on expectation from the start of the year and sides who are struggling, not only do you go into a self-preservation mode, but you put this perceived pressure upon yourself because the outside world and the noise on the outside are expecting you to be elite, and because you're not playing that well, you're so scared to make a mistake. You make a mistake because you're not playing your natural game. You are constantly worrying about getting out of the hole, not making a mistake, hitting the target, taking that mark, and it's that perceived pressure that you add to yourself. You fumble and you make bad decisions, where when you play your natural game and you're not under that pressure of, you're always under pressure, but you're not under a pressure for not performing. You it's like a double down on you. And they were saying that sometimes it's the worst thing because you want to be the person to drag the team out of the mud, but because you've put so much more pressure on yourself, you make more mistakes because you got more pressure on yourself, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, you've got to be
and-
able to stay calm under pressure, but when there's so
yeah,
much noise that they just can't. I mean, and let's be honest, the pressure of making finals is gone now. So that's
100%.
gone now. So that it's going to play into their favor a little bit. But come round one next year, that expectation and like that's coming back, and for whatever reason, they haven't been able to be strong enough mentally to deal with it. Because you're not going to fight the noise. Like we're just always going to be a team and a club that's spoken about with expectation. You're not stopping that.
Oh, 100%. And, I was saying to Bo tonight, we are such a fickle bunch as fans. We look for every excuse why we're losing, the club are giving away bobbleheads. We lose a game, and it's the club are focusing on bobbleheads. Now, anyone who thinks for 1 second that the players are out the front handing out bobbleheads, or they're during the week leading up thinking, we've got to get rid of these bobbleheads on time, before the games. It's the furthest thing on their mind. What the problem is, we throw a dart at a dartboard, and just whatever it sticks at, we go, that's the reason why we lost the game tonight. It's respects round. That's why we're going to lose tonight, because we're wearing orange socks tonight. They're not navy blue, they're orange. So we're going to lose tonight. And it's all this bullshit that goes on. And it doesn't matter what the club does or it doesn't do. If we were winning, no one would give a shit. Like we won respects round last year. No one cared. The whole thing about sacking people because they're out of form. I mean, Charlie, hadn't kicked a goal for 4 weeks, and all of a sudden, he kicks 2 tonight, and everyone's jumping up and down. Oh, he's back, he's back. He was never gone. He just went through a slump. I was saying this to the boys the other night. People have got short memories. Like Kudafides, like he's one of our all-time greats. You go through his career, he had about 4 years where he was absolute dog shit. But they never sacked him. No one ever thought about sacking him or getting rid of him. Sticks Kernahan went through 18 months around 1989, 1990. Could not buy a goal. Couldn't, he was horrible. But, players go through these ruts, and you don't offload them for having half a dozen bad games. You stick by them. Now, if they don't perform, and next year, the entire year they're playing, poor and they're in the twos, then okay, you start asking the question. But half a dozen games, come on. I mean, if we're that bad and we're looking at hang people out to dry after 6 games or 7 games, this club is just going to go nowhere. We might as well just throw the keys in now, because if that's how they want to run the club, it's never, ever going to get any better. And the problem is, for the last 10 years, the Muppets in charge have been that attitude that if we don't perform in week after week after week, it's like, no, sorry, we've lost 3 games this year. Throw the towel in, pack it up. It's no good. Sack the coach, move on, sack players. They have this, it's like a disposable income. Like they've got this disposable attitude where if it's not happening today, right now, because I want it, because I haven't won nothing for 30 years, throw it away, start again. Let's, and it's just, it does my head in that people, you just got to go, just relax. It's harder these days than what it used to be. There's 18 teams, not 12. So you don't have that luxury of being able to go and buy a coach, go and buy players like we used to be able to do, because we had an open checkbook. You got to go through the draft system. You can't just sack a coach and go and employ a guy halfway through the season, because you've got salary caps and things like that. Where back in the yesteryear, the old Carlton under John Elliott, we used to be ruthless, and we used to do this, and we used to fucking do that and sack everybody. You could do that back then because you had no salary cap and you had no restrictions. You can't do that now. But the people above and people my age and older have this stupidity mentality of let's just sack everybody and we'll just move on and we'll do what we did in the old days and we'll invent a wheel and one day someone will come out with this thing called fire and we'll cook with it. But it's like, get out of the fucking 18th century. It's like, come on, you can't have that attitude. And this is why we're in a position we are, is because they don't think forward. They always think back. This is what we used to do. This is what we used to do. And it's like, yeah, and that, where's that got us?
Yeah.
You know, and it just does my head in. Like, there's so many narrow-minded people, and you sit back and you take your Carlton hat off and you go, why do other clubs succeed? Because they don't sack the coach as soon as they lose half a dozen games.
Yeah.
They don't throw the toys out of the cot.
They don't panic.
As soon as,
That's the key.
no.
Yeah.
They take a breather. I mean, every good team in the last 15 years or so has got to a point, had a dip, and then gone up. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
You go and have a look, go back 25 years, just about every side was thereabouts. They had a bad year, whether it was bottom 4 or fall out the 8, and then they just go, okay, regroup, refocus, bang. And they go for a ride, but they stay together. They don't just throw everything out. And, you know, Collingwood's the exception to the rule. And everyone goes, oh, Collingwood did it. Collingwood, they were the one side that done it. And people forget that they were finals bound before that all happened.
Yeah.
So, you know, just like Graham Wright is not going to be the saviour, but he's going to be a breath of fresh air. And the one thing that I'm excited for him is he comes in, he's got no allegiance or no affiliations to the board, to the club, to players. He knows nobody. So he can come in and go, you know what? I don't know any of you. I've got none of you are my friends.
Yeah.
And this is what I see. And he's a smart operator. And, you know, he's not going to do everything this year or season end. He'll make a couple of moves this year. He'll make a couple of moves the end of next year. And he'll do it progressively. He's not going to just, you know, sweep out the entire thing.
No, that's right.
He's not going to do that.
Yeah. No, mate. Love it. It's a great perspective.
Mate, as the guy said before, loved that interview you did with the Prez. I thought you did really, really well. Don't listen to the outside noise, mate. We've got your back. We love you for who you are. And, yeah, it is what it is, mate. I just hate seeing you, you know, come 4 hours deep and you've got this look of dread on your face. And it's like, mate, just don't let it get to you. Just keep punching.
No, it's all good.
I don't know whether...
No, I mean, listen, the long sessions, they drain you, but I mean, it's the best job in the world. Like,
yeah, I bet. But I just hate seeing it get to you where you look sometimes like you just want to just throw the towel in. It's like, mate, don't let the haters hate.
No,
just
that's all good.
it.
I'll wear it a bit, but you bounce back. The sun comes up tomorrow and you go again.
That's it.
Thanks,
well,
Johnny.
You got Thailand at the end of the year. You always look forward to that, mate.
I will heal in Thailand in November.
All right, mate. You take care. Love you heaps, mate. Take it easy. Go Blues. Bye.
Great man, Johnny Holden. Moondog. Lemmy's form deserves selection. Yeah, I think he might be next. Duke Leverage Show. I think this is the meme pointing to the guy pointing to himself in the mirror. I think that's what this is. In which case, absolutely. Tony.
Hey, how are you, Tez?
Yeah, good, mate. Bit relieved tonight. We're not in the dumps tonight for a change.
Yeah, look, if the light goes out on me, I'm at a farm out in Hastings, so just bear with me. But yeah, look, it is a bit of a big relief, I think, for everybody. It doesn't necessarily fix everything that was a problem for us, quite frankly, but wins do help galvanise people. So I hope this is an opportunity for all Carlton fans and hopefully the players as well to get together and actually, you know, remember what it is to actually win a game of footy. So
well, I think also just to get a win into these kids is crucial. where they feel like they've really contributed to it and they can take a bit more ownership. Because let's be honest, I think what we're all looking for the next 6 weeks is, all right, which kids are going to be starting round 1 next year? Like, there's going to be turnover.
Yeah. You always need to look at the future. There has to be something coming through. It looks like the club finally has sort of got that memo after about 30 odd years, and that's good. We've got to have that conveyor belt and have a bit of old guard and new guard coming through. They're obviously looking at the Russell sort of conversation that we had during the week. That learning how to win again is an important thing for everybody.
Yeah.
Learning how to be successful, putting all those things in place. And it might be a mixture of a bit of the new blood and some of the old players that actually may get us there. I'm not sure. I did say on your program during the week that, I don't think a 5-year rebuild is the way to go. So if it's the mix between the talent that we have and the right type of characters that we have at the club at the moment, plus a few young, aspiring AFL footballers that have the right character as well, then I think that we can, we could probably do something special moving forward. So, look, it was nice. It's always nice to have a victory. It doesn't mean that there's no hard work to do. I don't want to be a negative Nancy on the show tonight. I think everyone should be excited and be happy. At the end of the day, a win's a win.
We're not going to really get to enjoy it too much because we're back there on Thursday night. So I think we might take a brief second just to breathe, maybe, and then it's going to be a tough game Thursday. I mean, the Hawks are really good. I don't know where you rate the Hawks. I don't think they're quite a top 4 team, but I think they're a final side clearly. So it's going to be a great test.
Yeah, well, I think we're sort of a team that's in a position, and the way we've been structured is to beat at Melbourne, if we're honest.
Yes.
Do we have the skills and the strategy to win a game against a team that's playing in that new style of football that's emerged post Melbourne winning a flag, I suppose? And that's a test against Hawthorn. And it's not a win and loss, really. It's the effort. And I was going to mention tonight, that was probably the biggest impressive part of tonight's performance was the effort, the smothering, the little kicks forward, the little taps forward, the all those little things that actually make a performance a victory that are important. And if we can continue and mould that, I don't know what the coaching staffing sort of system's going to look like in 2026, but whoever it is, if that's what they can start to do together, I think we'll be in a good position moving forward.
Yeah, mate, love your work. It's been a nice, a refreshing change to see some fresh faces come in and some fresh perspective. So appreciate you coming on and sharing that with us.
Always a pleasure. Be well. Enjoy tonight.
See you, mate.
See you, mate.
That was awesome. So, guys, Pommy was there today. I sat next to Pommy tonight, and I want to show you all. Oh, I kind of got to do this maybe once I've got another guest on. The answer's Pommy. Basically, that's why we won. It's true. All right, who's next? Brent, Hudson.
Hey, young Tezza.
Fucking up and about, mate. Up and about.
Oh, mate. Hey, it's been a tough year, but we'll take the wins. We'll take the wins when we get them.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
You have to, mate. You have to.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, just want to say, long-time watcher. This is my first time on the show.
Really?
First time on there. First time on here. Had a few frothies tonight too, so don't mind me. I was only going to have a couple to start with, but I just kept going. Just happened. Blues
Why
kept
would you
kicking
stop?
goals, and
you don't mess with a winning formula.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Speaking of formulas, I've got a C-based formula tonight. I've written down a couple of things.
Formula.
a C-based formula.
Okay.
Starting with Cow, Carroll, Coop, in Cooper Lord,
Yeah.
Charlie. I've got Doc written down, but I'm going to change that to COD instead of DOC. Because,
Okay.
mate, he stood up when he needed to. He kicked that goal. If he didn't kick that goal, we were battling. Like, at the end there, he stood up.
He did.
stood up.
Well, he needed to kick it. He had to kick that goal.
Had to, mate.
Yeah.
Had to. We've gone with TDK. That mark. All right, we got to take these little things, mate. In a tough year, we've got to take these little things.
Absolutely.
Even though it doesn't start with C, but I'm going TDK.
Can I give you another one?
Yeah, mate.
He doesn't start with C, but I think this guy deserves some conversation tonight. No one's brought him up yet. It's only been half an hour. I thought Frankie Evans put his head in the hole and took a hit for the team that very few players at Carlton have done this year. I know he cops a bit because he's not a popular name, but he copped that hit, put his head in the hole, and concussed from it, and he's not going to play for 12 days now, and he just cops it. And I just reckon we need more players willing to do that for the team. So shout out to Frank the Tank.
Absolutely, mate. And he kicked a snag as well before he went off. Before he got that head knock, he kicked one. Usually he'd kick them out in the full or fucking spray him, but he went back. Hey, another C, clutch. That was a clutch goal. Youngie stood up. He kicked his goal. He had his moment. And Cripper done his thing when he needed to. He stood up, mate. He stood up for the last however many weeks, I reckon, anyway. Like, when we've been down, he's been there.
Yeah.
When he has been for the last however many years. Do you agree or not?
Mate, he's always, what the thing with Cripps is, he's always
he hasn't been the Cripps of old. Like, he's not Brownlow Cripper at the moment, but he's just done his thing.
Mate, he always finds the minimum standard. He's a champ. He's a champion of the club.
Yeah.
So
he is a champ.
Mate,
and
any more names, frothies? What's on the agenda for the rest of the night? Saturday night, 11:30 p.m. Yeah.
I'm having a cuppa. I thought you were you having a cuppa?
I'm having a cuppa as well, mate.
That's what inspired me. I was having a frothy, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna fucking make a coffee.
I've actually been playing around with this formula. Cheers, my friend. I've been playing around with this formula. It's blue tea.
Blue tea?
I don't know if you can see it in the thing. It's blue.
It is blue. What is that?
Stay tuned. I'm cooking something up.
All right, let me know because I'm gonna have a blue tea whenever I can.
I'm cooking something up, but mate, love it. Love that you called in. Appreciate you calling in, sharing your thoughts, and thanks for getting around the channel.
Love you, mate. Love the Blues.
Love you too.
Let's go. Come on.
See ya. It's good vibes. Tom, mate.
What's going on, bud?
Good. We're not therapying tonight. It's weird.
Just good. It's what we all are. When that siren went, it was just like, this is what it feels like.
It's all been stripped back. Like expectation, top 4, top 8, standards, this, that, like literally, like it's all been stripped back. And
just get
tonight was just fucking go and win a game of football. Like get the kids in. Yep, they're in 7 or 8 players under 50 game. Like cool. Yep, future. Season's cooked, all about next year. Yep, people are getting sacked. Yep, people are like, sure. Yep, cool, understood. Just fucking win a game of football.
Yeah, it's just that internal monologue, just like it just stops when that siren went. It was just like, this is good. No, I think there's been a few good calls tonight. Like, I think everyone's going to mention the kids, but I think what made the kids stand up tonight was our older players, those guys that we've been sort of lacking a bit from in the last few weeks. Like, I think Sard was a big in tonight. The reason Carroll and Cowan could do what they could do was because Sard was able to lock down Cosy Pickett. I know he kicked 5 goals, but he was really dynamic in the midfield. But when he went forward, I feel like Sard sort of held him because he could have done a lot more. So I think Sard did really well. Doc, he just proves that what age can do in a footballer. He'll just put himself there. He puts himself in the right spots. Maybe doesn't always use the ball the best, but it's just the age in his legs. I think he did pretty well tonight. And Pitto, Max Gawn had a good game, but Pitto, I think, stopped him from being sort of damaging around the grounds. Didn't let him mark the ball a lot. And really culled their big impact players. I think that's what we did really well tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, just on that ruck conversation, I was struggling a little bit watching Tom play tonight at times.
Yeah.
And then just that fourth quarter, game on the line, just stood up and took the mark. But just the way he jumped for it.
Well, that's all he's got to do. I don't know
that
why.
That is all he has to do. Exactly.
He feels like he needs to body other ruckmen, and it's what's been killing him the last few weeks playing against, McInerney, Darcy Cameron. They're all bigger ruckmen. And all of a sudden, as soon as he jumps at the ball, no one can go with him, no matter how good of ruckman they are. I don't know. It's almost like someone pulled him aside and went, mate, if you can go for it, just jump over the top of them. They're not going to outmark you. So, and it just makes all that big of a difference. So, yeah, Weeders played really well because Melksham has that way of kicking 4 goals and ripping our heart apart. And he was one of the lowest rated players on the ground. So I thought Weeders did really well tonight.
Well, I noticed with him as well. I was talking about it tonight. You noticed it a lot in the first quarter. Just played in front.
Yeah.
Like played in front of his man the whole time and
didn't get bodied out at all.
Yeah.
Halved every contest. Yeah. And no one mentioned him yet, but Harry O'Farrell, I think he had another sort of big step tonight. He's such an athletic guy. Like he just runs and jumps at the ball, and he's in every contest that he goes for. He's just going to bulk up a little bit. But
what do you make of Zach Williams finally playing with fitness now in this midfield with these midfield minutes? Like he's got the sidestep and he's got that.
He's got that point of difference in our midfield. I think. Yes. I think it was the third quarter that he got the first 2 clearances straight out of the guts. So, I mean, they went and kicked goals from it. But I think it's just proving that without Walsh in the team, there was no one that was running out of the front of the contest that we were using so well in the last few years. And I think they've identified, like it was Motlop at the start of the season that they were trying to do with. And I think they've finally realised that Zach Williams has that dynamic step in him.
Yeah.
It's
true.
And someone needed to do it because Chera wasn't doing it. I thought Chera played okay today, but his disposal is not going well at the moment. But I feel like Cripps just he just went head to head against Clayton Oliver tonight, and I think that's what sort of showed he had a bit of a cooler head. Oliver was trying to force it a bit too much and give away a few free kicks, which can happen, but
it's always a great matchup, the two of them.
Yeah, and they sort of culled Petrarca as well. He just couldn't get into the game as much as he has in the past against us. So,
there was another guy on the other team, Cozzy Pickett.
Oh, mate, he's going to be worth every cent they give him for the future. Like, every time he goes near the ball, you're like, oh, here we go. Like
he has all the attributes of a player that hurts us. If you're quick, dynamic, and you have forward craft, don't really have
that goal he kicked where he kicked it off the ground in the last quarter. He was at the front and center of that contest and just roved it and watched the ball come and just came and just stuck his foot out and kicked the goal. Like he just put himself, and he's just got that 1-2 step turn of pace. No one can go with him. He just makes something out of nothing, and then can kick that goal from the boundary line and make it look as easy as anything. So,
wait. Not getting ahead of myself. We're not. I just want to know.
I think what was a really annoying thing, like watching I just came home and watched the last quarter, watching the when we were just about to win, came up on the bottom of the screen. They were like, Carlton's next 4 are Hawthorn, Dockers, Gold Coast, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. I'm savouring this 8 points. This is what. But
it's such a stitch up because it's 5 days later we're playing again.
Although they played a wet game in Tassie. They're going to come back. So
if you sell me the dream, I'll buy it. Be
mate,
careful.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, speaking of how Cozzy Pickett has all the attributes that hurt us,
Yeah,
Hawthorn's 22 has attributes that hurt us everywhere. So
that's true. Well, they can kick the football. They hit with
they can kick the
precision.
football, and if the ball gets out the back, it's game over. So I think we can beat them in the contest. That's sort of not what we're going to worry about. It's just when the ball gets on the outside, that's where it kills us. So that's for a chat in the next 5 days. But
for now, we will enjoy the spoils.
Next 24 hours, we just beat Melbourne. So
absolutely,
and we finally have a team that we have the wood over. I don't know if there's many teams in the last 10 years where, you've got Hawthorn, we've had even St Kilda. They're always like, oh, they're going to beat us. But Melbourne, we just seem to be like, no, we've got your number. So it's good to have a team like that we've sort of have that sort of edge against. But
yeah, baby steps, mate. Baby steps for the baby Blues.
Yeah, have a good one, mate.
You too, mate. See ya.
See ya.
Mark.
Hey, Tez.
How are you, mate?
What was the other caller's name just before? Sorry,
Tom.
Hit the nail on the head. We simply do have their measure, mate. 2023, 4 points on that big run that we had. The semi-final, you'll never take that away from us. 1 point last year where it should have been 7 or 8 goals. And then tonight, had a pretty calm approach. Mind you, I think it was the last 30 seconds before the game started. I'm like, I tipped Melbourne all week, but you know what? No, we've got them. We've got them. We just always seem to have their measure. And, even when they challenged us, we always tend to get them. And here we are, 8 points, first time, obviously, in a month to obviously have a win, but probably it was our best chance in the period that we've had, that we felt like we were able to obviously, snag one. So, look, rough for the boys. Charlie finally learned how to kick a goal again. Chris was able to
it was
beat
interesting.
him again.
It was interesting with Charlie. It's like with Charlie, it was like the footy gods were testing him when he would take a mark around about 50 meters out, because he kept wheeling around. He did it early in the game. He wheeled around, and then late in the game, he had no choice but to take the 30 seconds. And lo and behold, he took his time. He went back, went through his routine, and he dobbed it. And it was almost like a test and a lesson from the footy universe. Like, just back yourself in, take on the pressure, and just go for it.
Well, clutch moment it was, and just really gives him some form of confidence. While it has been obviously dour for not just him, but obviously the entire club, and to some extent, you can say that Moyer and Curnow kicked half our goals tonight. Or if you wanted to just put it in the kids bracket, Moyer 4, Carroll gets his first, and Young 1-2 for him. And Young and Farrell obviously got to play in their first win, which was obviously very nice as well.
Yep. Yeah, mate, absolutely. It was a nice moment. I don't remember who handballed the ball to Matt Carroll for his goal, but little symbolic moment there. Just trusting the kid to have the shot. I think it might have been Cripps, to be honest.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, firstly, Young to have the leg from 50, 55 meters, and then obviously Carroll is among, but at the same time, mate, they'll just jump in and enjoy. And we know it's obviously been hard for obviously all of us, and bang on 40,000. Did we expect anything less? The game was always going to be really close. That's just how the two have been really in the last 6-7 years, to be fair. I think probably if you go and look at the last 5 meetings, for example, biggest margin was obviously Melbourne by 17 when we were in the rot in early 23. And then, you look at the rest, 4, 1, 2, and then 8 just like that. So,
yeah.
But look, I think it's also important as well. Let's not get too hoodwinked as far as what's still really needing to be fixed. But I mean, you can obviously enjoy what's there for the time being. And it was also interesting to actually hear what Russell had to also say earlier as well. However people want to perceive it. But
what was the what resonated with you the most? Because I think with that Russell expose, we'll call it, and I think with everything in these situations, there's his truth, the club's truth, and the actual truth. So which part resonated with you the most?
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Look, I think it's probably just more the fact that when you have players running late for certain sessions, well, here's a simple word for you: punctuality. You know, when you're not punctual and obviously not probably following your sleeping patterns, which obviously causes, for people to be late, probably just simple semantics like that. I mean, who knows what other people could obviously think of that, but I think it's just basic, basic skills, basic life skills, really. And that obviously fluctuates where, it's care factor 0. You come in whenever you feel like. There's not really a standard to meet, and it will lead to that. You got to be able to get comfortable to get uncomfortable, in a sense. But maybe they just got too comfortable.
Maybe. Going to see a nice little regeneration now. Just going to keep giving the kids their opportunities, and they've got to be protected. Do you have a number of kids that you think is the right amount in terms of the right balance?
Look, I think it just also depends as well, because I mean, like, you got to think of it this way. I think it's also important that however we finish off these next 5 weeks, hopefully we obviously just give Lemmy that opportunity, because I don't know if I might have actually sent it to you and a few others. And funny enough, he is a West Adelaide boy, and Port Adelaide's looking at him. And the thing is, we do this all the time when it comes to young kids, that we've just let them hang in there in the twos, and then all of a sudden he's gone. And the thing is, right, the situation with Mackay and obviously TDK and a few others, like we do have to make the big calls as well. Now, obviously, we don't know the definitive answer at this point in time, but I think it's important as well. We can't afford to have, youth that are 21, 22 years of age. I know they're yet to debut, but I think of it, a 22-year-old would be a little bit more settled than an 18-year-old. And it's important that if they're there, we've got to obviously grasp that opportunity for once, actually build our own, but consistently, and not having to all of a sudden lag off. Because I think another factor as well, which I also wanted to add, and who knows what Graham Wright's thinking, but you think of his time when he was at Hawthorn for a good 10 plus years. And when I look at, let's say, some veterans that are obviously on the verge of retirement, I think it's important that the club can hopefully look to ask the question for like a Luke Bruce at Hawthorn, or even a Mitch Duncan in Geelong, just basically trying to come into a young and mixed group as far as teaching them about stability, teaching them about a winning culture, because those players themselves have got a 61, 62% win-loss record. And the fact that if you can instill something like that, it might actually regenerate this club, not just straight away, but it's more like obviously with Brisbane and Luke Hodge, for example, right? Perfect example where he was there for 2 years, didn't have to play every game, but you saw how he obviously was able to lead from the front, meet certain standards and requirements. I think there's just got to be that approach where, just those names that I've mentioned, to maybe some extent Gunston. I mean, look, who knows if we're even going to get them or not. I think it's important to have that conversation, that look at getting these guys for a year or two on less coin, not to obviously take away the young players' spots, but more to the fact to actually just be around the club and actually really instill what it's like to actually have not just a winning culture, but proper structure and stability. Because it's very simple. When we've gone through 4 or 5 different coaches and staff, where you look at how I've just mentioned with Duncan's only played under 1 or 2 coaches. Well, technically, Bomber in 2010, and then really it's been Chris Scott for Duncan. And for Bruce, it's pretty much been Clarkson and a little bit with Mitch.
Yep.
So that's my point really there. Yeah. So I think it's important that we need to really look for that, to be perfectly honest.
What are you thinking about Thursday night against the Hawks?
Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, I beg your pardon?
What are you
go
thinking
again. It was
about?
just breaking out.
Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
What are you thinking about Thursday night against?
What am I thinking about the Hawks?
Yes, Thursday night.
look, you know what? Obviously, we've got nothing to lose. Let's try and maybe rattle a few sides, Obviously, Hawthorn really, at one point, we had a little bit of their measure, but we've always struggled against them throughout the years. Freo, to some extent, we obviously tend to do well against. And, well, heaven forbid, if we happen to go over there and pretty much, well, if we happen to end their season, I reckon Longmuir will be probably sacked on the spot, if that. But I think it's just important that in these last 5 weeks, be competitive, ruffle a few feathers, try to actually gain something that we can hopefully be proud of, I think what's also important, actually, so the last point I want to really make sure that I get this across.
Sure.
Tonight's win maybe has possibly saved Voss's job. And I was going through the stat of his win-loss record as coach. And it was important that we had to win tonight because now, if the stats are correct, he'd be 46 wins, a draw and 43 losses. So even if we lose our next 2, try to pinch a Gold Coast or Port. And then obviously Essendon's literally playing, well, the VFLW, so they've got kids. They've got teenagers. So there's every chance there's another win or 2 that we can get there. And then obviously if he happens to, be above that leisure, then you'd like to think, okay, he potentially sees out his contract because then the numbers and stats won't lie, right? And then it's a matter of, right, what we've had this year, we can't afford to have the exact same players, people, staff. We know once the season ends, obviously it'll take care of itself. It's just more the fact that there has to be change. There just has to be change. Who knows how much, but there's got to be something.
Yep.
Period.
No, very clear. Mark, love your insights, mate. Thanks for calling in.
Let's keep ruffling a few feathers.
Go Blues. Casper McLeod, as a Bombers fan, thanks for winning that game, Carlton, and helping us with our draft position. Melbourne loses and I'm happy. Thank you, Casper, for being here. I appreciate that. Getting paid off by opposition fans. It's just fascinating. Appreciate that, mate. Glad we could help you out. Lewis.
I did say that the young kids are doing very, very well.
Yeah.
When we last chat, and I'm very proud of Moya kicking 4 goals. I mean, that was one of the best performances I've seen from our probably young kids so far. Flynn Young had a great moment kicking his first goal, and Matt Carroll, man. I was angry against him against Brisbane. And then, I thought to myself before the game, okay, you know what, maybe I've been too harsh on the kid. I'll give him a chance and see if he can, don't let that performance, drag him down. And luckily, he just showed me that he can play. He has really good potential to be a great player. He's got a great kick in him, and wow, man, that goal, I was going nuts. I just jumped out of my chair. I was going nuts when he kicked that.
You find out about who wants to be around. We're starting to see some sprinklings of it. Who wants to be here and who wants to play with some pride and some spirit. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, Tom de Conning, I get, I've been harsh on him and, he's been a bit, in the media, and sometimes that can, cause you to be distracted mentally. But, I cannot blame, sometimes, he brings effort. When the game needed to be won in the fourth quarter, he, stepped up and it delivered. I also love Charlie Curno's game. I always felt the media's been harsh on him. He's been trying, and I give him so much credit. I give him so much credit for sticking thin and working hard to get back to not his best, but back to the standard that probably is mostly required for him. But there's one moment in the game where I just went absolutely crazy. Not crazy, but a little bit just excited to see. And that's Sam Doherty's one down tackle in the forward line.
Yeah.
That one down tackle, oh my goodness. That was just, I was like, in my mind, those old legs can run any day of the week. Holy crap. And he just came there and he just went back and clutched it like he's always has done ever since he has ever put on that Carlton jumper. So I just give
No, it
him
was
so
good.
much credit.
He's copped a bit. He's copped a bit over the
Yeah.
last few weeks, Doc, and it's always good when he can hit the scoreboard. Who knows? It might be the last time we see him play this year. You know,
Yeah, maybe.
These could be the last 5 games left. I don't know. If I was guessing, I would say it probably will be. So,
Okay.
you know, you just do you think it should be announced if it is his last year, or do you think just wait until the end of the year?
I feel like for me, if I was Carlton, since we're not playing, anything anymore, I feel like we should play him probably at the end of the season, probably
Right.
because it's a last send-off,
Mm-hmm.
because he deserves it. And I feel like, since like he has become such a good culture figure of the club and became a really good heart and soul player, I feel like it's right to make an announcement of when he's retiring, because I feel like that's going to bring us like, some nostalgia and, bring back great memories of what he has been able to contribute to the club and to how he has impacted us, like on what he has went throughout his whole career. So I feel like that is probably what's right. I mean, that's what I think, but I'm hoping that the club gives him the right send off as he rightfully deserves it.
Yeah. Love it, mate.
Yeah.
5 days time. Got the Hawks. Can we beat them?
Oh,
Can we upset
gosh.
them?
Huh?
Can we upset the Hawks, or is it just don't even think about it?
I really can't stand Hawthorn. I got 3 cousins. I got cousins that really annoy me about Hawthorn. They always like brag about them and like going, "Oh, we're so good." Like Carlton are shit and all that. But I feel like, look, anything can happen in sport. You don't know what's going to happen. It's unpredictable. So all we can do is just bring the game, the brand that we've always done throughout Ross's realm in the club. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm not that fully confident. We'll just see how we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lewis, thanks for calling in, my friend.
Thanks, Terry. Go Blues.
Go Blues. What a champion. I want to show you guys this photo from tonight. Finally got it up here. Where is it? The great man was at the football tonight. Sinking beers. It was good stuff. Let's take a look at this game. I did this last week. I want to look at the score worm, and I kind of also want to get the press conference, but we can't watch it. So while I do that, if anybody wants to join in, feel free. The timeline. Where were we? I actually haven't got it up there. So that was that. Anybody else? Anybody else got other notables from tonight? I was really where I was sitting. Frankie Evans was copping a bit, as he usually does, which is weird. I actually just thought Frankie Evans, considering the season is where it is, and considering finals is out of the question, and everything that's gone on, you could almost forgive, and you could almost expect players to not put their body on the line the way he did So I just think players like that, and I don't even know if he's going to be there next year or in the future, but I just think players like that have the right attitude that we need. I didn't realize I think someone told me that he lost a tooth. Is that true? For those of you who are watching at home, did he lose a tooth tonight? Mr. Porter.
Yo.
How you doing?
Oh, mate, living the dream.
You watching the replay?
I'm just watching the sort of the last like 15 because I finally, after finally getting home and putting the kids to bed and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just to see, I mean, a couple of my mates and family and stuff were sort of mentioning, what happened and this and that. I mean, at the ground, you can't obviously, take note of everything, especially if the stuff was on the other side of the ground. So I just wanted to see, how it all played out, things that we couldn't see. But
Yep.
I mean, it all sort of seems okay from what I can see. But Jefferson, when Jefferson kicked that goal, when he took that big mark, but was it a high tackle or was it a mark?
I think it was a high tackle. I reckon.
It was a high tackle on Chara. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, I just hope. Yeah, it looked like it was clearly a high tackle. So I just wanted to see whether it was actually called a high tackle or whether it was called a mark or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, that was obviously better. Still, I mean, Jesus, that we sat ground level on the wing, AFL members, and bloody, oh man, the kicking inside 50. We had like 20 inside 50s to nothing. We were killing them, and we just kicking to where we were as opposed to kicking to where we should be, and just simple things like that. And that's the start of the third quarter. I mean, I'm sure that you already noticed that was,
mate. So,
mate.
I've realized tonight. I think because Pommy hasn't come to games for years, and so he sat next to me, like he's like, "Mate, you're fucking miserable." I'm like, "Yeah, I know," but
how can I know, but how can you sort of not be sometimes when it's like that?
Because the game just played out normally. First quarter, solid. Second quarter, solid, but didn't capitalize on the scoreboard, but still solid.
Yeah.
Third quarter, I actually took note of it as well. So Cripps was leading the huddle and he was screaming at him before the third quarter started. And I think it was to the effect of, all right, we know that our third quarters suck. Let's be switched on. And then straight away, Van Rooyen outmarks O'Farrell for a goal. Fritsch kicks his goal on the thing. And then Flynn Young accidentally kicks the ball out in the full. Cozzy kicks the goal from the pocket. And you're like, you're fucking kidding me.
But it wasn't even like the goals. I can understand them converting goals and stuff, but it was just how we were sagging off them so much.
Yep.
And there was a moment when I'm running a blank here. Their version of Sardi in the back line, the left footer. Salem. He had the ball outside 50, and then he ended up kicking it to Fritsch, right? And Fritsch scored the goal.
Yeah.
But I think it was Bowie or someone like that, number 24.
Yep.
He was standing 40 meters out on an angle by himself for 30 seconds, just waving his hands, going, "Kick me the fucking ball." And then in the end, like, it's pretty much where Bailey Fritsch took the mark. And we were watching going, what the fuck is going on? Why is no one going to him? And it was just that whole passage of 5 minutes of play where it was just like, it was all I could think of was next week when Hawks play us.
Yeah.
And if we put that up for 10 minutes, they will score 10 goals on us.
Well, this is the issue as well. Hawks kick the ball well. I mean, I watched a bit of them today. They were in the wet and they were just lacing the ball out without hitting the ground in the wet.
Did you see the wind? Do you know the wind there? Did you see the wind?
Yeah.
Mate, they're hitting accurate kicks in that wind. You put them at the G when there's no wind. Oh, mate. And if we're sagging like that and we're just pretty much zoning, it was sickening to watch because even Melbourne were cutting us up because of it. Yeah. And it was was so easy for them.
I mean, we've just gone past Brisbane and Collingwood, who punish you if you're not clinical. The Hawks will be the same. Maybe not to the same
Yeah.
level as Collingwood and Brisbane, but still pretty good. And I mean,
Yeah.
us and Melbourne are pretty. Mate, the ladder is not lying right now in 2025.
No, it's not.
We're
No,
exactly
it's
where
exactly where it is. Yeah.
exactly where we
Yeah,
are.
without a doubt. Yep.
Yeah. So, and there were times that Melbourne didn't punish us too. Like they were very sloppy too. So,
100%. That's what my cousins and friends were mentioning.
mm,
That they were saying that Melbourne didn't really take advantage, but I really haven't seen it too bad. There was that one moment when I think they fucked up in the forward line, and then they kept them playing on or some shit because I had to take the kids to take a piss, unfortunately, so I missed half the last quarter because I had taken nervous pisses. But it was just like that. It was I don't know.
Yeah.
Where do you? What's your input? What's your honest input on, like, I guess where the team sits? I don't know the club. I hate all this fucking club talk about this and the fucking CEO and all these people. They're not out in the field, right? Where do you see the team? Like, is it, because from my side of things, this is all just a mindset thing. This is all effort, and it's so clearly that there's been too many moments in the last like 1 to 2 months where it's just, I can't be fucked, right? And when you can't be fucked, I mean, I've played a lot of sport, and everyone that plays sport knows this. If you're not switched on 100%, that if you're only 90%, 80%, 85%, and you can't be fucked, that means that kick, as opposed to hitting it on that trajectory at that pace, you're kicking it higher and loopier because you're not kicking through it. It's like all those set shots from Motlop and Fogarty, all these recent weeks, when they're not kicking through the ball, they're just poking at it because they haven't got the confidence. They can't. It's just, for me, it's purely a mindset thing, because you can't take our team from 1 year ago when we were rolling through teams and like we just demolished Geelong fucking a year ago wearing the orange, and now a year later, what, all of a sudden our list is garbage? I don't believe it.
Yeah. Wait. So what's the question? Where do I think the team's at?
I'm thinking, for you, where do you are you on the side of the list needs a restructure or a reshuffle, or do you just think, are you on my side where it's more like, no, it's just a bit of a mindset. We've got the talent there. We just need to switch on and actually.
I think there's a few rotten eggs in the team for different reasons. Personally, just guessing. I think they need to go. Some of them need to go. Not all of them. I think the ones that don't have footy as the full priority need to go. And I actually think they didn't play tonight. The ones that I'm thinking anyway.
Yeah, I think Akers is one of them. I think Akers is checked out, and I think he's. There's a moment against, I think it was the Hawthorn game, after the game, when Voss is making a speech after the game, and you can see him. He looks away and he's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Like, he's saying this shit again, you know. So I think he's,
yeah. So I think you've got to get rid of a few of them. I think Andrew Russell said something really interesting that I resonated with, where he said, of course it can turn quickly. You get one player behind the ball that uses it well and has some pace. You get one player in the midfield that uses it well and has some pace. You get one guy forward of the ball that is dynamic and can kick goals and has some quickness, and the whole team can change quickly. And so I think a little bit of that. I also think, I don't know how they're going to do it, but the team has to find a hardened edge. They're just fragile mentally. It's like, I'm not taking personal. Like, they just are. Like, they're just not strong enough yet to deal with all of it. Yeah. In my opinion, so they've got to find that hard edge mentally somehow.
Yeah, because when they come across some.
We're here again, where it's gotten to the point in the year where the finals conversation had to dip. Like, we're here again. You know, this is 2016, 17, 15 years. So the expectation is going to come back round one. Don't care if there's youngsters playing. Like, it's coming back. You play for Carlton. Like, there's expectation. So can they find a way to deal with it is the big one.
I just think they need to realise that they are fucking living out every guy's dream. Yeah. That they're fucking getting paid for this shit. And they're playing the best sport in the world, and they're doing it with all their mates every day, and they just need to they need to harden up, and they just switch on. That's it.
Oh, for sure. They've got to mature. It's interesting because they've got to mature, but there's going to be a lot more kids playing next year than what there are right now. So we kind of got to
bring it. Because, mate, I'll tell you what, mate, the shining lights tonight were the Carrolls, the Moyers, the That was it. And I said to Miller, these are the guys that now they need to take over the team. That's it. They need to take over the team. You know, like Carroll needs to now be the new Sard moving forward.
Yeah.
Fucking Cowan. Oh my God, what a beast.
Yeah.
Fucking loved his game tonight. And just things like that. They just need to take over. That's it. They just need to say fuck this shit.
Yeah.
And all going well. You know, they can develop, which has obviously always been a bit of a fucking hasn't been a great thing of ours. But yeah, hopefully they can develop over preseason and just get that extra 10%, and that's it.
Mate, good stuff. Thanks for
All right. All the best. Enjoy the Sunday, I guess, after a win, eh? It's been a long month, hasn't it?
It's been a long month. It has been a long month. Speak to you soon, mate.
Catch you, brother.
See ya. Only Carlton.
What's up, Terry?
0.1.
I think it's 0.3, but
Is it 0.3?
Oh, it's good being here after a win, man. It's good being here after a win.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, we needed it.
Yeah. How good were those kids, man? Carroll, Cowan, O'Farrell, Moyer. That was the story of the night for me.
I think we need to remember this specific game as the game when the kids maybe not took over, but like they won the game. Like they were definitely the catalyst for winning the game tonight.
Yeah. Especially Carroll. Like he had a really bad game last week. And especially when you're a young player like that, it definitely would affect your psyche, and it would like affect you mentally going into this week. And for him to stand up like he did, I think that's really impressive, and it shows character.
Yeah, absolutely. Right?
Like, and the kids were great as well, but I think Curnow stood up when he needed to. I think he was massive. He kicked those 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, and I was so scared he was going to ghost and just do nothing for the rest of the game. But he was up the line. He was great. He kicked that clutch goal in the last minute or 2 minutes, whatever. I think, yeah. Cripps was great as well. How'd you see Wiedering's game?
Back to his best finally.
Yeah.
He was solid down there. Played in front of Melksham, all of that for the majority of that game. It was. I think the other thing that hasn't been mentioned yet. I know that everyone was making fun of like Camp Curnow and like go to the camp. They did go to the pub last week after the game. Maybe they just needed to get on the fucking beers, mate, and just have it out. Like just have a few too many beers and just speak their shit to each other.
Yeah. It seemed different from the first bounce. Like it seemed like there was way more desire. It seemed like they wanted to win the game, which they haven't. It hasn't looked like that in like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. The body language was definitely different, and I mean, it was a bit. I mean, it's just a tough time for Carlton in general, but there was a lot of noise this week around, how intensely they promoted the respects game, and you just knew like if you lose tonight, that just gets hammered even more, and so I don't know if that went into their planning or psyche at all. Not sure, but yeah, at least now you can't blame it on their performance.
Yeah, no, definitely. Frankie Evans as well. He cops a lot of shit, right? Mainly because he's not a Carlton player, right? Like he came from Port Adelaide and he's not the best, right? I feel like he cops a lot of shit because of that. I feel like if he was one of our own, if he was like a younger player that came through us, he wouldn't get as much hate. But him putting his head over the ball like he did in that 3rd or 4th quarter, I feel like no Carlton player has done that all year.
No one has. No. Who's taken a hit like it? It could be like someone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't think someone's put their face on the line like that this year.
No. And it happens to be Frankie Evans, who kicked like a clutch goal as well before that.
Yeah, man. No, it was important. I don't know what it's going to mean for him because he's going to be out for 2 weeks now or 12 days, whatever it is. But he deserved his spot in the team tonight. And I thought he played exactly the way he needed to.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I just hope that we just carry some consistency in the next week.
Yeah.
I know Hawthorn's it's a completely different ball game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just hope these kids carry some confidence going into it. Like I hope Moya has some sort of impact. Not 4 or 5 goals like he did tonight, but something. A couple of goals, couple of marks up the line. Hopefully Kerno impacts again. Hopefully Carroll is more confident like he was tonight. That's all, because obviously, like, we talk about 0.1% chance, but it's probably not happening, right? Probably. But
It's most likely not happening.
yeah, most likely. Probably won't happen.
It's almost impossible that it would happen.
But I just want signs like that, right? That's all I wanted, just improvement. Right? We're not gonna make finals. I just want to see the kids improve. I want to see us play more as a team and get better than last week, and then hopefully this week play better than this week, and then last week. Just that. But yeah.
Soak it up, and then we'll just get on to Hawthorn Thursday night.
Quick turnaround as well.
Fingers crossed.
Can't even enjoy it.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah.
All
Anyways,
right, you look after yourself.
You too.
Take care, bro.
See ya. Bye.
Faz.
Hey, mate. How you going?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Good. Just funnily enough, just watching a West Ham preseason game on some dodgy stream on my TV. So God knows what's going to happen.
You are loyal, is what you are.
It was my big fella Charlie here. So
how they going?
2-0 up, but it's good. Anyway, the Blues. I thought about it listening to the Andrew Russell thing during the week.
Yeah.
And the thing that I took out of it straight away is I know everyone's so keen, play the kids, and I get it. I think the most important thing for us right now is to win as many games as possible, because talk about that losing culture. It felt like we were starting to get a winning culture, and it's so important that we just don't throw the baby out of the bathwater and say, play every kid you can, bring Lemmy in, bring every kid in at the risk of not winning the games. I think it's so important that Akers does come back. It's so important that, when Silvani comes back, Harry O'Farrell goes back out. I think it's so important that we keep playing the players, because we need to win games to build that culture. There's no point playing all these kids and then getting beaten in the last 5 games. What's that going to achieve?
Mm.
So I think
the point of change it's already arrived. So it's not like you keep losing and it's going to mean more change. Like, no, I don't think it's going at this point. It's going to affect how much change is coming. And I mean, these youngsters have to feel what winning is like.
Yeah, absolutely.
ASAP.
I think with Harry O'Farrell, I just keep having that Collingwood game in the back of my head. And I'm like, mate, that poor kid. And then last week, and you think he needs a win. This was his 4th game. He needed a win, and not that it would ruin his career or anything like that, but you just need that. The other point, I think, the hate that Francis Evans has got all season. Look, I get it, but I think people need to take a step back. He's only 6 months older than Flynn Young.
Wow.
I think that's something people assume that Francis Evans is 26, 27. He's 24 in August, so he's only 23. He's 24 in August. So I think people, I think a lot of people, that's been lost in translation a little bit.
There's two things. So there's that, and then there's also this other misconception that he's one of Voss's love child. It's like, Voss didn't coach him. He never coached him.
And I think, and I think on the flip side of that, as without wanting to, with Flynn Young, he's not a kid either, right? Flynn Young ain't a kid. He's a young man. So I think, Frankie Evans, I think we just got to give him a spell, because I think across the season, both AFL and VFL combined, he's been our best small forward. Combined AFL, VFL, he's been by far the best in the VFL, and I think tonight he was our best small forward tonight. Yeah, I think I think maybe people need to just back him off a bit and going in the way he went in. Beautiful.
Where he really didn't need to because the season's dead.
No.
So like that, I look, earned my respect tonight. Frankie Evans. Shout out to Francis Evans, man.
Look, he's fighting for his career and he knows that. But I think someone like Francis Evans, anyone who watches, and I'm certain that there are people who make comments who don't watch the VFL. I'm certain.
For sure.
Right? It's the same people who kept saying, pick McMahon, pick McMahon, pick McMahon, pick McMahon. Watch a game of VFL and realize that it took Essendon 17 injuries before they debut him. Right? Like he's not. It's the same thing when they say, actually watch the VFL and see Francis Evans is the perfect player to have on our list on $0 a year because he is a leader at VFL level.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a bit harsh on him.
The other part there around VFL is they're a chance to play finals, like genuine. And I think that at some point in the back end of the year, it's got to play on the mind of the selectors. Like, of course, you want to get the kids playing AFL, but VFL finals would be a really good opportunity for some of them as well, who are going to be eligible.
Absolutely. And I think that's why I say when Jack Silvani's ready, it's okay for Harry O'Farrell to go back. It's okay. I think our most important priority has to be winning the next few games. The best part about tonight was the young guys were probably some of our best players.
Yeah.
And I go back to a conversation or just a comment my wife made, funnily enough, at the back end of last season. And she just went, we were just watching a game. She went, ugh. I'm like, what? She goes, your team is so stale. Like, it's so stale. It's just the same old Kennedy in. It's the same old Durden in. She gets so boringly stale. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I actually reflect on that conversation. She was probably right to an extent for someone who does watch.
Spot on.
Yeah, she watches a lot of footy, but doesn't really get too involved in it.
Yeah.
But she was right. Like, how refreshing is it to see some younger players in? I know we debuted Lucas at the start of the season, but even at the start of the season, there was this staleness to how we set up.
Do you know what I think happened tonight as well? The older guys trusted the younger guys more.
Yeah.
Like there was just a little bit more trust. And maybe that had something to do with what they were talking about earlier in the week or last week. They went to the pub after the Brisbane game just to sort of connect a little bit more because a lot of this group, they were connected to the Martin, Marchbank, Cunningham.
Yeah.
They're gone. There's this new crop of kids. They haven't really trusted them out there on the field. And so they're going to have to build these relationships off the field now. And on the field.
It seems like we have a group of leaders who takes a lot to gain their trust, which, right or wrong, however you want to look at it, I think that can be powerful in itself. But I think that Pommy's been on it for God knows how long, when he said, let the young boys just play the role that almost unaccountable, almost just like let them play with their spirit. And I felt like tonight that Matt Carroll was able to play in a way that he was able to unleash, where you think of last week and you think of when he gets, I remember the North Melbourne game, I was there and he got stuck on Zerha and you're thinking that's not Matt Carroll's game. Where tonight he just looked free. And I thought Cowan looked free. I thought, I felt like Cripps did the dirty work. I felt Wiedering did the dirty work. He was enormous. In fact, keep an eye on coaches' votes. It wouldn't shock me if he ended up with other than Cozzy Pickett, Wiedering would be our highest coaches' vote get.
Yeah.
I think,
he was solid back there.
Oh, he was a monster. I felt like the senior players, even Charlie Kerno, did all the dirty work.
Yep.
And the young kids were able to just be free. It was something that I wish we had seen a few weeks ago.
Well, I'll tell you another thing. Harry could be ready Thursday night.
Do you know what? I've mentioned her again. I'll mention my wife again. We're sitting there watching tonight, and she said, "You know what? You'd look so much better if you dropped Tom de Koning for Harry Mackay."
Yes, man.
And I'm like, oh, I said, you can't say that, but she's probably right again.
Serious. I mean, look, Tom ended up finishing the game strong and, like, you know, took the mark.
Yeah.
But for about 3/4 hour, I'm watching him roll around like, Tom, like, this is just, this is sad, man. You know, and then he, I don't know. Do you reckon he decided to stay at Carlton in the fourth quarter?
Yeah. It looked that way. Looked that way. Signed that contract at 3/4 time and then ran back out.
Oh, damn.
Damn it. But no, Harry's important. And I go back to with John Holden, I think he was the second person on, and he's so right with what he said. We are so quick to dump guys, trade guys, blow the list up after a patch of bad form. I mean, yeah, Harry Mackay and Sam Walsh are so important to this team. I mean, shock horror, we were winless for the month that Sam Walsh and Harry Mackay weren't playing. Like, just
yeah, man. Yeah.
Faz,
anyway. Can we get the Walker camp to come and tell us? Like, were they sending you? Were they sending you?
No. So I'm pretty close with the family,
right?
And the conversations dead set that were had were, it's genuinely 50-50, like genuinely, and they were so impressed with the message that Richmond was selling. So impressed with it.
Do you think the Blues moved quickly to, like?
I'm certain. I actually messaged Pom during the week. I'm 1,000%. Like, the timing of this Cody Walker announcement is very bizarre, and a lot of people have got to realize he doesn't need to announce anything for another 18 months.
Yep.
And what was even more bizarre about it is that the club piggybacked on it and interviewed him. So I'm certain that they moved on it without, the conversation I had. So, it was, the jungle drums were beating very loud, and I don't care. People can say whatever they want. Like
whatever. Like, you weren't the only person who had that.
No, I had it
as well.
My conversations could not have been closer to this.
Yeah.
As far as Andrew was staying out of it, he not a single moment spoke to Cody about anything other than, you make your decision. All of Cody's mates are at Richmond in the NGA and stuff, and it was their sell. And I can tell you this: their sell was better than our sell. The good thing about our sell was the boy loves Carlton.
That's it. He does. Yeah. He does. He also loves the Blue Abroad YouTube channel, young Cody.
Yeah.
Loves it. Yeah. So
he's going to be grouse. He's going to be grouse.
Great.
But I think, don't put too much pressure on the kid at all. Like,
even Moya, like his kick 4. Let's not fucking get a video of him and Anthony Koutafidis having coffee on Tuesday morning. Like, let's just stop.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't bring the past and say, don't just let the kid go.
Yeah.
Don't call him a superstar. Don't call him a fucking Brownlow medal. Just let him go. Let's learn.
But I mean, I think even then, with Jagger Smith as well, he's another one. I mean, some of the rhetoric I'm reading about Jagger, let's just let the kid come back.
Let him go, man. Let
him come back from injury. Like, I've seen people's best 22 for 2026 already. And I'm like, you can't have Jagger lining up in the center in your best 22 next year. Like,
you can just see it. You're going to have like a sit-down new podcast by the Carlton Football Club. Brett Ratton sitting down with Jagger Smith. Kuda sitting down with you're going to get Matty Clappe sitting down with Matty Carroll. Like, it's like, just let them be themselves.
Oh, mate.
Anyway.
It's like clockwork. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great.
Actually, same.
Yeah. And you know what? We'll get sucked into it too.
Makes me sick.
Yeah.
Mate, good stuff. Thanks for calling in.
I love your work, mate. Cheers.
See ya. All right. We've got a couple. We've got Zach. We've got Aiden. Zach.
Tez, how are we, man?
Mate, we're good. How are you?
Oh, finally a win, man.
I know,
Jeez.
man. I know.
Mate. Yeah, well, it was a great win. I think it was a professional win in the end. Mate, how do you feel, Tez? How do you feel at the moment after the game?
Just relieved. We're not going to get much time to enjoy it because we've got a game coming up, but just relieved. It's just like a moment in time where I feel like I can breathe without needing to feel sad and you know.
And the press as well. We can use that too.
Yes.
We can. Yeah, man. I want to speak about mate, how good was Ashton Moyer, man? I mean, this kid is gonna be he's like once he grows does a muscle,
Hang on, you got your finger on the microphone with your phone.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be really good, man. I think he's gonna just put in some muscle and he'll be really good. I mean, 4 goals tonight. Like, mate, he's gonna be really good. And not only he, but Carroll, Cowan, mate. Like I feel, as the last guy said, you and him were speaking about it. The leaders trusted in the younger players, which freed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which freed them up, which was really good to see. And I think it was just a great performance. Yeah, I think Weeders was good. He was back to his best, and yeah, it was a good win, Tez. And I think Mackay coming back next week. I would have to bring him in for Tom DeConey, man. Just because DeConey only gave us one good quarter today. I don't see him being in the side next week, to be honest. What do you say, Tez?
I think if Harry plays, maybe DeConing. Maybe that's why DeConing is playing, because they clearly Voss clearly believes in the 2 tall forwards. Although so many times you see it when you're out there on the field, the deepest forward is always a small, a lot of the time. So
Yeah, and man, how unlucky was Fran Sevens? I mean, he played really well tonight. I think, yeah, man, we haven't seen a player did what he did tonight like all year. Go for that ball and then he got whacked. I think he lost a tooth. Did you hear about that or?
I heard about it. I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Do you reckon how many weeks do you reckon he'll be out for? You reckon?
Well, definitely 12 days because he's got the concussion. So,
who do you see come in, Tez? Do you have any? I don't know, Tez. Maybe,
Harry.
I don't know. Yeah, Harry. Fair enough. Yeah,
Harry. They might still play Tom. They might still play Tom and Pito and Harry and Charlie. They might. Yeah,
probably going to have to. Yeah. Yeah. Hawks next week. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Bigger, a better opposition, and it's going to be a test. But what's our chance to play finals, Test? Well,
apparently, it's 0.3%. But
who knows, Tez? Maybe we'll. No. We are delusional, Tez. We are delusional. We'll move on to the Hawks. I'll be watching the preview and the ratings and all that stuff, and we'll move on to the Hawks.
True.
Have a good weekend and enjoy the Sunday tomorrow with a win.
Good stuff. Thanks, Zach.
Go Blues. See you.
Go Blues. He makes a good point. The ratings will be solid. We'll get around the kids. Aiden.
How are you, Terry?
What do you know, mate? The kids. What do you know?
Yeah, they were the shining night tonight. I felt they stepped up more than the leaders, I think, which is a positive sign because that back 4 of Coward, Carroll, Hoff, and I think, Ollie as well, that's our future. So if our future is stepping up like that, then that's a good sign. So, I was really impressed with him tonight. And Moya, he was unbelievable. I don't want to, you don't want to give him too much hype because it's his second year, and again, like, will he be consistent? Hopefully, but again, it's just one game, so you can't get too overexcited and put a lot of pressure on him because, yeah, I think Jimmy Faz said it before. Like, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, wait till we get Jagger back in, and then this is going to happen, and then that Walsh," and I'm like, he's just coming back from an ACL. Just let them come back at ease. So, yeah, I was content. It's a win. The performance was a bit, how you go. It wasn't perfect, but you're probably going to get that all year. So
I reckon I don't know about how you watched the game, but like I also just fell into the loop of, okay, this is how the game goes. We play well first quarter. We played well second quarter, but didn't hit the scoreboard very well, as much as what we could have. Third quarter, the first 10 minutes, the opposition dominating. I just sat there thinking it's happening again. So I don't know if I really allowed myself to enjoy the game as much. But once they fought through in the third quarter and got the lead back and then kicked away again, I thought, okay, this is different. They usually don't do this in the third quarters. Then I loosened up a little bit, but yeah, it's just been one of those. It's been a tough year for us.
I mean,
it just has.
I mean, you're always going to get happy over a win, but I wouldn't get. I wasn't too overly excited because, again, what's there to really play for? Just for pride at this point. But yeah, I was a bit. I knew for a minute that I think we were leading 19 points into halftime, and I knew that they were going to come back. I knew that they were going to instantly do something. We're going to let them back into the game, and then for somewhat reason, we just can't put the foot on the throat. Like, we just let teams back into games, and that's just really, really frustrating. And what's that down to? I've no idea. So yeah, I'm just going to games at this point just to see how our youth plays, and yeah, so far they're performing really well. And yeah, I feel like these next 5 games are practice matches for them to get a little bit of momentum for next season. So,
well, you sort of think about it. I mean, you named the 5 kids, right? So they're going to have 6 to 8 games put into them in the back end of this season, and then a preseason, and then round 1. A lot of them will start, you would think. I don't know how many of these senior guys are going to be, tapped on the shoulder and told, like, thank you, but no thank you. Or if they just stick around and just become VFL players. Because I think one thing I've learned this year is, clearly we overrated and we overestimated what we thought the kids would be ready to do. Given we got rid of some senior guys last year and the year before, some of them were injured players, and now the time has come where you have to put the games into the kids, and like they just weren't ready start of the year. Now they're starting to show some signs, but they just weren't ready to impact.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just need to persist with them now. Like O'Farrell, Moya, and Carroll, you just need to persist with them now up until the end of the year. Like,
they'll make mistakes. They will have that. I mean, Carroll's coming off the game last week where he got caught. So like they'll have those moments coming up for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I feel like physique-wise, they're not really there yet, but a full preseason should help, especially with O'Farrell. Like, once he gets his body right, he's going to be an amazing player. I'm sure he will. But yeah, you just need to persist.
Did you see the spoil? I don't know what quarter it was. Like how
it was
high
it was the fourth quarter. I think it was the fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure.
Bro,
I think so. Yeah.
that
was the third quarter. That was the third quarter. It was right in front of me. He took a hanger. I'm like, no way, he's gonna mark. And then he spoiled it. I'm like, fuck, he's got a huge leap on him.
Man, he launched at that ball. Like,
he's got a huge leap on him. He's probably gonna take mark of the year one day, that one. But yeah, it's good that we're playing the youth now because you kind of need to bring that energy. So I'm not sure where this win's gonna lead us to. Not finals, but you never know. But yeah, look,
you're telling me we never know.
I mean, I've been pretty pessimistic all year, so look, it's sad that we don't get to enjoy it as much because we've got that 5-day break against Hawthorn. But if we can beat Hawthorn and then Fremantle up there and then come back here, then you never know. So
you make me sick, but I love it.
Yeah, but Anyway,
All right, man. I appreciate you calling in.
That's all good. I'll talk to you next week.
See you,
See
man.
ya.
Oh, we've got two more. We've got Henry and we've got a special guest. Henry, mate.
Hello.
How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you? It's been a while.
It has been a while, mate. I'm doing okay. I don't feel depressed, which is nice.
Well,
You know?
yeah, that's a good thing. Gladly.
How do you feel?
Yeah, not too bad. Relieved.
Yeah.
Less stressed. A little bit more confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the above.
What were the standout themes from this game for you?
The kids, like obviously Carroll, Moyer, Flynn Young, even looked really good. O'Farrell. Just our future looks in some pretty good hands at the moment, doesn't it?
For now, yeah.
Yep. Few good leaders stepping up. Cripper had his best game of the year. Waders is definitely finding some form over the last month or so. It's good to see. Really good to see.
Yep, we came out, played the two best teams in the comp the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Got absolutely taught a lesson, and then, yeah, I think there's a little bit to say for that as well. I don't think the Ds are clearly not the quality of the Pies and the Lions, so they didn't really punish us the way that some of the other teams could. But, mate, end of the day, got the job done.
Yeah, we did. And that's the main thing. Just keep winning.
Yep.
One way to put it. Just keep winning.
Can we win on Thursday?
Both teams coming off a 5-day break. You just never know. If you run with the Hawks, who knows, mate? Who knows? But we got to be in the fight for 4 quarters. Can't drop off at all.
No. Amen. Mate, thank you very much. Appreciate you calling in.
All good. You have a good night.
You have a good night, my friend. See you later.
Go Blues.
Go Blues. All right. Lucky last.
Hey, look, totally my fault. I'd like to apologise for the last 2 shit seasons because I turned my back on the Blues and didn't give them my energy. But the Blues are back, baby!
I was saying earlier, I didn't realize how much of a miserable prick I was until you came to the game.
You are, honestly, you and Nick, fuck me. These 2 dickheads crying, going, oh, it's game over in the 4th. And I've got my feet up. Like, it's all right, baby. This game's won, man.
Yeah, I did realize I have become a fucking shell of myself.
Can I just say, shout out to the chick behind us as well. I think she was Italian, but she was up in it. Wow,
mate, she was squealing.
Mate, in the posh section, she was giving it large. Go, girl.
Do you know what's funny?
I need more of that. More of that.
She was so positive the whole time, and then I think when Charlie when Charlie centered the ball, she's like, "Oh, Charlie, you poodle."
Charlie Gibbs wore off, and she was fuming. No, look, honestly, was it sexy? Absolutely not. Was it a polished performance? Absolutely not. But you know what it was? It was fucking grindy, wasn't it? That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted, wasn't it? We wanted a grindy, gritty character performance. You know what? I've been critical on the effort, intensity of these boys, but you know what? They grounded that out. They grounded that out, and full respect to the boys.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be mean to them, but that was grindy. That was character building.
I'll tell you who will not be treated mean this week, and that is Mr. Evans.
Hey, mate, he knew Uncle Pom was there. Pom would not forgive him. But he put his head over the ball, didn't he, mate? He put his... Hey, tell you what, takes stars that. You gained my respect. Bloke got knocked into next week.
Yeah.
Personally, if I was Michael Voss, I would have put him back on. When he was like, who the fuck am I? I would have been like, Gary Ablett Jr., you get yourself back out there, mate. Get you sent back out there, mate. You guys. Can I just say, I did a video, right, and there is a pommy curse. If I do a video on you, you become shit. Mainly you're delisted and you end up in coals in 2 years. Shout out Mr. Ashton Moyer, who, since I've done that video on you, I have generally been questioning quitting YouTube. But I'd like to thank you for the 4 goals today, mate. I actually feel quite proud of myself. I feel like I can now retire in peace. Thank you.
You know, there's a weird little game that the club can tap into here with Ashton Moyer, and that everyone can play when they're in the crowd watching him. It's basically, if he ever takes a set shot, you can just play, which foot is he going to go with? Left foot, right foot. It's brilliant.
Yeah, man. You know what? You get a bit of a different. You know what? I don't believe you see too much at the game. I think it's overplayed. Trust me, I watch a lot of football at the venue, not Carlton, but also for Carlton. One thing that stood out today is the work rate of Matty Carroll is off its dick.
Yeah.
Like, I tell you what, that guy gets caught out of position and works all the time when he's caught out. He stood out today. Like, honestly, that kid works his tars off.
Yeah. No, he got into the game early in the piece. We were talking earlier with a few guests that have come on, and it was, I think this will be the game that we look at these kids as like they really took a step up collectively. And I also think it was the game that the senior guys started trusting them properly a bit more and actually giving them the ball and giving them it's a two-way street. You got to trust them and give them the opportunity to make impact with their plays, and then them actually doing it.
Mate, I agree with you. I mean, it was I would say I haven't watched the game on TV, so I'm looking forward to doing that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, the initial takeout is the first half. It felt like a team bonding session. That they were the better side, but you've got to use the right options. The second half, I felt like they worked the right options. They trusted each other. We've got to give a shout. I don't know what the stats are. I haven't looked at them, but one thing that stood out in the second half, Flynn Young, right? He might be a bit loose, but fuck, he works hard defensively. I didn't realize how bad it was on TV in real life, how far these guys run backwards without the ball. Like, it's tiring to watch. Like, honestly, Francis Evans is like running up and down the wing like he's Superman. So, like, genuinely, that's a hard yakka game style. It's worse than I thought, to be honest. But you know what? Fair play to them, man. Like, you've got to win these games. And you know what? Maybe don't want to put it on me, but maybe the pommy curse.
Mate,
I might have to go and watch all the Ashes, otherwise the Poms are going to lose.
Mate, it was great.
I have to tell Mrs. Pom I have to watch every Ashes game.
I will say we should go to another game not at the function, because that's not the real atmosphere.
Mate, free beer. I don't know what you're on about. I'd be this happy if it was 60-point loss, bro. You play me with beer, I'm a happy boy. But no, mate. Honestly, that was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who came and saw me as well. You made me feel incredibly special.
That's good stuff, mate.
Hey, Terry! 0.1 chance of making finals. We back, maybe, or what?
Only Carlton came on earlier and said I think it was 0.3 now. So,
oh no. Well, I'm not going to get up and about, but you know what? Seeing a win in the flesh, it was good singing the song with you, wasn't it? How good was that?
It was nice to sing the song. It was.
Not too sure about lamb rump either.
Well, macadamia nuts on a fucking lamb? Whose idea was that?
Mate, posh people we just don't get it, Terry. So some of us don't belong. Like,
yeah, but like, I look at them, they're not posh. It's like fake posh. Like, they're not really posh when you really think about it.
Not for me, baby. I mean, I can't talk. I mean, Terry there, like, he had some obscure desserts. Don't know what you were on about. Some of them desserts, bro, need questioning. I need a review.
Yeah, orange souffle.
Oh, Terry, the roar of the crowd, the song.
Yeah.
The Blues having fun out there.
Yeah,
the
kids,
fucking
mate.
downhill skiers themselves believing they were going to win it with 2 minutes to go. It was great, wasn't it? Sat next to the president, weren't we, of Melbourne as well?
Yeah, Brad Green, right on the in our aisle. It was interesting. I mean, he didn't last long.
I didn't mind him fucking off 5 minutes to go. Hey, what a president he is. See you later, mate. See you later. Stay till the job's done.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to the review show, just so everyone knows. This is the first time genuinely excited about reviewing these.
Same. I was just saying, like, let's get to the ratings on 5 p.m. on Monday and actually have a laugh.
Let's just do it now. Fuck it. Let's do an all-nighter. We'll fill time. I'll review the game now. Let's do it.
Oh, man.
4 points. And 5-day turnaround? I mean, it's going to be tough, isn't it? Let's be honest, like, jokes apart, Hawthorn, tough ass. But I was saying to Petra, the great man Petra, at the start of the game, you can't go into these games losing. And, like, losing becomes a habit. I needed a win.
Yeah.
I needed a win.
Yeah.
So,
I feel
does it change anything? Absolutely not. But, confidence can be destroyed. So, tough ask. They did it.
Knowing what's coming up, a Saturday game into a Thursday game, just the idea of losing to Melbourne and then losing to Hawthorn, which is likely to happen given whatever. Just a break for a couple of days post game.
But it is hard yakka though. Like, I will say this: being at the game, it looks hard work watching it on TV, like 3 times. Being there, Jesus Christ, that is. I was tired at half time watching these guys. Like, fuck me, that can't be fun.
Yep.
Can it?
Can't be.
Do you reckon we're going to be doing it? I reckon we should do a Brownlow watch along, Terry, because everyone knows. I reckon everyone knows if you get 3 Brownlow votes towards the end of the year, you're a chance, right?
Yeah.
Look at the favourites for the Brownlow. Dawson, Rankine will take votes off him. Cripper, 6-week 3 spurt. What's 6 threes, 18 votes? Oh, you're in with a chance, baby.
He'll come home strong.
In with a chance. Late surge from Captain Fantastic.
All right. I'll take it. Mate, I'm going to end it there. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, how could I say hey? I didn't realise. Just needed me to come back. I didn't realise. If the boys had texted me last year, I'd have been there.
Well, what are you doing for Thursday night?
Do I do it again? Do I risk it? I do a dodgy retirement.
No, if you come on Thursday and we actually win on Thursday, it's like it's solidified.
Oh, what will happen? Like, if I went to the game and we won it, like, then the rumours are going to be like, it's Bomb's fault we've been shit for 2 years.
If
we win next week and I go, like, I'm just going to have to commit to a full time going to every game, home and away.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to become like a live fucking Carlton fan.
Yeah. You have to go away.
I'm willing to do it if that's what it takes. If it's what it takes these dickheads to win a game of football, I'm willing.
All right. See you Thursday night.
Let's do it. Let's smash them fucking
Zoe.
Hawks. Yeah, let's smash these Hawks. Who needs a family? I'm devoted to the football.
I love it. Mate, I will see you 5 p.m. Monday.
Love you all, chat.
See you, brother.
You'll see me tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. You're on my show.
8 o'clock Sunday night. Oh, true.
That was Mrs. Pomp saying no. Evidently, I'm not allowed to go interstate on boys' weekends.
All right. See you tomorrow night, my friend. Peace. All right. That's the fan cams. That'll do it. It's 12:50 a.m. 1 in the morning. Got the win. Happy stuff. Happy days. Now we move on. It was Carlton, 12 goals, 678 to 10 goals, 1070. Oh, that's right. The giveaway, the newest giveaway. So, big thank you to a friend of the channel. His name's Howard from Toyota in Berwick. He's got the hookup. 2025. I don't know. Can you see? Team signed Guernsey. The whole team. Every single one of them. That's the next giveaway. So, again, Blue Abroad members, automatic entry. If you want any other spare entries, link is pinned to the top of the live chat. So we will draw this out. Or I kind of want to say on the fan cams when the next win happens. But maybe it's just better to do it on a team show. I haven't decided yet, but won't be too long. So that's the next giveaway item. Big thank you to Howard for sorting that out. That's incredible. And we'll go from there. See you tomorrow for the review. And I will be on Pommy Show at 8 p.m. Sunday night. So that'll be fun. And yeah, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Go Blues.